You're watching Hurley Films.
What's up, guys? This is Adam with Hurley Films. We're out here at the house. Got a lot of stuff going on that I'll take you in there and show you later. If you can see, there's some paint buckets up there, right there by the porch. Casey's here, Hurley's here, and we got Tanky all here. You guys want to say hi?
Hi.
What have you been doing?
Pushing the four-wheeler up the hill.
Pushing it? Why?
Starting it because I was on the four-wheeler, her was trying to talk to me, I had to turn it off. Then it shut down. I'm trying to turn it back on, wouldn't work. We had to push it. We were all the way from there, down there, onto the rock road, up the hill, and all the way right up there. It was hard. Took us about, it felt like 1 hour. Nobody could imagine that.
Nobody, huh? So you don't know anybody else that's pushed the four-wheeler around for you?
Yeah.
That's right. Me, because we've been dealing with this is one of the four-wheelers Pop bought, and it's got a bad battery in it. We've been trying to kick the bucket down the road on it, and it's just, it needs a new battery.
I'm gonna go make lunch.
What is it? A bunch of organic, homegrown vegetables?
Or Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Because that's what we live on now, is mac and cheese. You look good in the big truck.
Okay.
And Josie and Titan are on a nature walk somewhere. That sounds like responsible parenting. But Pop's been watching them. He knows exactly where they're at. Yeah. We've been in here. I didn't get the camera set up in time to get the start of it. But you remember when we started those shelves a long time ago when we framed the office in? Well, we've been in here trying to finish the shelving out. We got one side done. We got to finish this side and this side. And then all this OSB that's over here, we're gonna have to put it up for the shelving. And this is all leftover. What's up, guys? This video is the catch-up compilation because there's been a lot of life happen between this point and a lot of the others, and I'm just tired of being behind, and I wanted to get you guys all back into the routine of things with our videos, so that's what this is about. Well, good morning on a frosty day out here in Wellston, Oklahoma. Let's go in here because, as you guys know, the painters have been here, so let's go back inside real quick. And I kind of left off on that video because I started noticing things that I didn't like, and I started getting frustrated. So I ended up calling the job site manager person and talking with them. Because here's the deal. I haven't gotten to talk with Adrian. Adrian is the guy who's the actual painter. He's the one who's actually in charge of the whole job. So he's the one who's doing it all. So things like this bother me. We have a line here. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see this is a paint line right here. This is fine. This is very commonplace to have a paint line like this. Where it bothers me is when that line varies. And then it also has stuff like this. Same thing up here, where you can see the line is not the same. So I've kind of arrived at a place of if I wanted it to look like that, I would have done it myself because I wouldn't pay painters an inordinate amount of money, in my opinion, to paint the house unless it looked anything but perfect. Perfect. See, all I see are things like this. Like, why would they think that it's okay for them to leave the doors like that? And then when I call them and they say that, he says, oh, well, usually a bump and tune carpenter comes in and tunes all the doors up. Yeah, I called my carpenter friend. That does not exist. He said, you take a door off, you put a door back on, just the way that you found it. And that's what I told them. And that's what's gonna happen because, you know what, I ain't doing it. I had the doors perfect before they took them all off to paint them, and they will go back on perfect before they leave. You're on the ice, man! I can't tell if it's a scorpion or...
It's a tiger.
It's a what?
Tiger.
A tiger? It can crawl up the stairs.
And it can go downstairs.
Going upstairs is pretty crazy. Ooh, look at that. Wow.
And the box said it could drive on gravel too. Whoa!
Oh, it's under the truck. That thing looks like a scorpion to me. I'm gonna go start putting that power washer together. There's some delivery truck headed this way. I think that might be Austin's sheetrock. That is Austin's sheetrock. I might have to go tell these people what's going on. So then we'll go build the power washer. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you like this style of video. I don't know if we'll ever do it again, but you know, just trying to get caught up. All right, Hurley, what are you doing?
Filling the bucket up!
What?
Filling the bucket up!
Water barrel? What are you doing, little girl?
I tried to wash.
Trying to watch? If you guys haven't already, take a second to go down and hit that subscribe button and join us on the journey of getting this house built and all the other family mischief that we get into as the Carter clan. We've hit a little bit of a snag. The pressure washer will not pressurize.
Reinforcements are here though.
So we're gonna go across the street and hook it up to the high pressure and see if it just needs to get water primed in it. Or maybe we got the one bad pressure washer. Who knows? We'll find out though. All right, so we took it across the street and it worked like a charm.
Success.
Perfect. So we've got it primed. So theoretically, I mean, we got really weak water pressure. I mean, we're a gravity-fed system from that barrel right there. I'm just gonna set this here and point it where we want it, and it'll work. It'll work, because we're gonna set it right here and plug it in, and it's gonna work. That way I don't have to freak out. This is our bucket right here. This is 350 gallons. How down is it?
I'm not gonna tell them.
Okay. It's 350 gallons. We've sprayed about 15 feet. How many times are we going to have to fill up this bucket in order to do the whole house? Put your guess down in the comments below right now. The pressure washer does 2 gallons a minute. That's the only thing we're gonna give you.
Fresh.
You smell that? Like, smell in there. What does it smell like?
Smells like peppers.
Smells like habaneros, because that's what was stored in it.
It's spicy water.
Pickled habanero, spicy water. That's why it's cleaning the house so good. Okay, I hope you went down and left your guess down below. So what did you think it was? 1 barrel, 2 barrels, 10 barrels, 15 barrels, 25 barrels? Well, if you guessed 4 barrels, it took 4. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it was awesome knowing that our power washer can run really well off that barrel. And the kids, they did get sprayed a few times, but you know what? It's good for them. So a few days later, and that's what you're going to see in this video a lot. A few days later, I was getting ready to get the cabinets installed. And I was planning on making a bunch of individual videos with this, but it's just a lot nicer getting all of it in and out. I don't think really anybody wants to watch cabinets be installed for like 2 straight videos. That's just a little overkill. Okay, not a lot of talking. We've got a lot of cabinets to get from over there into here. That's it. All right, let's get to work. Something I wish I could go back and do differently, which, I mean, there's any kind of project that you ever do, there's about 300 different things you could wish you could go back and do differently. I don't even know what it is, but maybe if there was some way to possibly be able to make sure that our concrete slab was more level than it was, that would have been nice. It's not that our concrete slab is bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, it's definitely got a lot of variation, and maybe that's just normal and I just don't know that. What's going on?
We're gonna build the island today.
All right, so Hurley said right. We're gonna try to put the island in place today. Our floor, our concrete floors are very uneven, which is not uncommon with slabs. There's gonna be variance, but I feel like we have some drastic variance, like all over the place. So it makes getting the cabinets in level and plumb and all that stuff, it just takes a lot longer than what it should take. But all of the lowers are in, minus like the fridge piece that goes here and the pantry that goes over there. But the pantry hasn't come in yet, and the fridge is out in the garage, so we might build that today. I don't know, maybe. Having the kids around and Casey around during all this, it, like I've said in many other videos, it just makes it all better because it just feels like I'm not alone. Okay, so here's a prime example of what I was talking about earlier with the concrete floors not being right. So we've got a laser level shooting down the front of this cabinet, which is perfectly distanced between this side and this side. I'll just double check it just to make sure. Yep, we're perfect. But the floor right here starts to dip down. So that creates a gap right here that we have to correct. Because we're perfectly level right now, which is astonishing. Right here, like that's perfectly level. So that side's low. So we need to bring this side up to match that level. Shimming that side. Now we're very, very, very close. This is one of those areas that in our old video where we're doing the concrete slabs, and I'll put a card up there. There's one video where we didn't have the roof on quite yet, and this was the area, I looked back, this is the area that there was like a big swimming pool worth of water in there because it was such a low spot. All right, now let's talk about face nailing these together. Not face nailing, more like face screwing them together. But what you're wanting to do here is we're wanting to make sure we get everything perfectly flush, which everything's super close. We might just need a tiny bit of shimming up here on the front side of this to just bring it up into line. And it may be, that's pretty dang good right there. So anyway, this is where we get into the fun of finagling everything. So all we're doing here is we're taking a drill. We'll be drilling it through the face frame, approximately there and approximately here on the bottom. And we're gonna put 2 of these 2.5-inch trim screws. You notice they have a really small head on them. So they sink in and you can putty over them and put some touch-up paint right here. You'll never know they're there. But they'll set in, as you can see, they'll set in pretty far. I mean, they'll go all the way in, plus some, to be able to attach these two, and that'll hold everything secure. And then our shims will do the gravity work, and then the counter, when we put it on, will actually just hold the entire island down. And yes, this island is gigantic. If you have a problem with it, take it up with my wife, because I'll quote many people that have left comments on this channel. Happy wife, happy life.
I forgot to mention that one of the most important things that you need in order to do these cabinets is patience, and lots of it.
What were you saying to me a minute ago?
I don't remember a lot of things.
You're excited because what?
Oh, I'm excited to put all my stuff in.
She's trying to not go ahead and start cleaning them and cutting her plastic mats and putting all the drawer liners and everything in. I told everybody if anybody thinks that the island is too big, they need to take it up with you, because that is your place.
There's no such thing as an island that's too big.
Yeah. Casey just pointed out it's a monumentous moment. This is the first time the kids are in their own playroom playing by themselves, so we're gonna sneak in and try to video a little bit of it.
Now he's live.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know, I haven't watched it, so I'm talking on it.
I don't know if you heard Casey say that. So Casey's pregnancy craving is celery. And when I say that she likes celery, I mean, not like she gets like a stick of celery and eats it, like she gets a stalk of celery and eats it a day.
All
Why?
3 pregnancies.
Why
I don't know.
celery? You say it's because of what?
Low iron.
Low iron. She always says, I just want something fresh. I just want something fresh. Fresh and watery. That is the definition of celery. I hate celery. Ugh. The people that take celery and put like peanut butter or pimento cheese, you're ruining the peanut butter, you're ruining the pimento cheese. Just eat it regular, don't put it on nasty celery.
Please save your comments about how celery is healthy or blah, blah, blah. I just don't care. It is gross.
This area right here, you can see that I bought in 3 cabinets that are just wall mount cabinets. So these are not the full 34, 35 and a half, whatever, however tall that these these base cabinets are. So in the design, we are gonna build a toe kick up so that these will match the level of all these. Then this area here is gonna be for like stools and stuff. I say all that right? She just thought of a different idea. New ideas cost more money. We're gonna brainstorm for a minute. Be right, BRB. Okay, so I just went and made these, and I had the camera set up the whole time, and I didn't hit the record button. But hey, look, we've got little runners that are set up to go on the floor to support these cabinets. So let's try to get those put in. Thank you.
I know I've said it once before, but the RTACabinetStore.com, these were a great value for the cabinets that we got, and I'm still happy with
So far, it's working. Might have to do a little bit of adjustment.
So that being said, this isn't a sponsored video. We bought all of our cabinets and installed all of our cabinets. And I just want to make sure that you guys remember that if this is something you are going to do, definitely wait for the sale, because we got these black cabinets at 45% off their retail value just because we bought them during the 4th of July sale.
Everything is in and level and secure. There's our island. I told Casey, I don't know at what point you graduate from island up to continent, but I think we're pretty close. We got the island in over here. Dad's out here again. Uncle Austin's out here again, and then featuring a new guest. This is my friend Connor. Connor and I met when we were 7 or 8 years old on the bus back at Wiley Post Elementary School. We've known each other ever since.
Little angels.
This is his first time out to the farm on the house.
At the house.
He's been out to the farm. We've wrecked many a go-kart and motorcycle and.
You're the one that bent the front end of the go-kart.
I don't know what I hit though. That sounds familiar, but I don't know what I hit.
So there's many stories that we could go into in depth, but that's for another day because we still have to get 2 bathrooms worth of vanities. We need 1, 2, 3 cabinets in there. The master, there's 1, 2, 3 cabinets and an upper, right? So stories on another day when the house is finished.
Oh my Lord, look at this beautiful place. Hurley's beautiful view. At night, that light is gonna be like a beacon. You're never gonna sleep.
Do you like the color green?
Uh-huh.
How do you? I don't believe you.
Look at my room.
Look at your room. Where's your room, little girl?
Oh, I saw you. It's turtles.
What is it?
Turtles.
What?
Turtles.
Turquoise or turquoise?
Turtles.
Turquoise. It is so pretty. Enough touring. Time to get cabinets and bring them in.
I got to sit here and think about a lot of the childhood fun that Connor and I and other friends that lived in our neighborhood we had growing up on the same block, and it was quite the adventures that we had together. It would be really fun to just like set us all down in video telling the stories of what mischief we got into. And I also appreciate him coming out and helping because those boxes were not light. Were not light at all.
Yes.
All right, so we're in the kids' bathroom, right? Is this your bathroom?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna start with getting this. We got this center line marked, and we got a center here, but we gotta cut out a notch down here in this because our plumbing was off a little bit, or we kind of measured wrong. And then here, we gotta cut out a hole for the drain and the water inlets. And I have this little buzzer saw thing, but it's not as fun with this thick of plywood. This is called a plunge cut.
And you've heard me say over and over, just getting some extra hands in there to help you speeds up everything exponentially.
Perfect. And that is why you wear safety glasses.
Are you flush? You got any more drills?
Uh-oh. Here we go. Running into problems. Okay. It's supposed to be a 15, a 30, and a 15.
This goes
Laundry room?
in, not here.
Laundry room.
Having somebody be able to build one thing while you're installing something and solve problems like we're having here is beneficial.
Yes,
You approve.
I approve. Looks good.
We had a bit of a snafu, but I think we figured it out mostly until we get into the laundry room. Then we're gonna have to really figure some stuff out. But we ran into an issue with this piece of trim on both sides. If you see now, we've got a gap, but when this was up against the wall, it would hit this. Same thing over here. This piece of trim, it wouldn't allow us to get all the way flush to the wall. And then also, even if we had this trim here, the door wouldn't be able to open.
So we kind of had a situation and we had to choose to take this is the base for the laundry room, and we took it and put it in here. So now we just got a little bit of a gap over here that we'll either fill or we'll make it freestanding. And then we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do the drawers in the laundry room. I've got a couple ideas.
Instead of doing drawers?
Yes. Got pantry builders out here.
Should you just order a new one to make it right?
Should we?
Should we?
He hasn't paid the $175 to ship every
I bet
piece.
they made it wrong.
Yeah.
$175 every piece.
I don't know what one would be, but I just ordered some more, which sucks because I could have put that in the. But I'm gonna call them on Monday. Maybe they haven't done the order yet, and I can add to it or something. Boom. So there it is. Cabinets installed. On to the next thing. As you can see, there's power in the attic right now. And I've been up here. I've installed the gas line, the fresh air return, the exhaust, and power stuff for the upstairs, the furnace. Because it's getting cold and we need the painters to be able to continue working, and the painters are now saying, hey, it's too cold to paint. So, not on my watch. So we are going to we're going to get this working, and I think I've gotten everything hooked up. I've called Matt, both Matts, my AC and heat Matt and my plumber friend Matt. I've turned the gas on at the main tank. I've turned the gas on at the valve outside. I've turned the gas on here, and I've bled the line. So, in theory, when I turn this on, either we will go up in flames and all die together, or it'll work. I have no idea what's going to happen. So if this is my last thing I'm ever going to say, I love you, honey, I love you, Hurley, and I love you, Josie, and baby Addie. I love you all. Daddy wishes he wasn't stupid and burned himself alive. Okay. That's on. Powered up. I know the thermostat downstairs is on. Maybe it's just taking a second here to, oh. Okay. The blower motor's on. Getting nervous. Okay, there's a heating element happening. Okay, so I would assume that flames are going to kick in any. Oh my gosh, it works! Look at that beautiful blue flame, baby! Yes! Oh, that's good. It's working. There went the blower. Okay, in theory right now it's blowing heat. Okay, here's a vent. I can feel air coming out. You know what? It's only when you realize these things, you know. There's supposed to be 2 vent lines in the master bedroom. And there's only 1 hole in the ceiling. I don't know if you saw that. So the drywallers forgot to cut the second drywall box out. Ugh. And the moment you all have been waiting for. Meet baby Addie. Addie Faye, to be exact. She was born and weighed 6 pounds and 5 ounces. She was a month premature, but mommy is doing well. Addie is doing well. She has gained her birth weight back already, and we are so excited to have her in our family of 5. It feels really full. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, comment down below, leave us a like. Do it for Addie. Leave her a like. And I'll see you guys on the next video.